Well, I never thought I would be in Charleston, South Carolina in the middle of a hurricane or tropical storm, but in fact, last week, that's what happened. I was preparing for a trip to Charleston, and you may have heard some of that in the videos that I've done recently. And also that I was going to make this humongous capsule wardrobe of like 28 pieces, which did not happen. Thankfully, I don't have an exact count, but I believe it was between 18 and 20 pieces. So, and I was going to be gone 8 days without the ability really to do sink laundry at all. So, and a lot of those items ended up being kind of multiple pieces. So like 2 navy tank tops, 2 black tank tops, just so that I wasn't having to launder. And we had a conference. So we didn't cancel the conference. We went ahead and went forward with the conference. And it actually turned out to be an amazing success. Everyone had such a great time. And I think perhaps the terrible weather and the circumstances even bonded us together more closely. So approximately 80 people who are now all best friends. So it was a great experience. But I thought I would just make a quick video to talk about things that I had with me that I felt like I didn't realize this in the planning stages because kind of things happened really quickly. By the time I left town, sure, the hurricane was I think a day out from hitting the state of Florida. But we've all watched the news so many times. You never really know when a hurricane is going to be a devastating storm or if it's just going to fizzle out and just become kind of a tropical storm and just kind of be a nuisance. So we did not cancel the conference because we figured, well, we'll just wait it out and see what happens. But then we started hearing all these, news reports after everyone was on site or trying to get there of, devastating flooding, catastrophic loss, all these crazy headlines. So it was a little scary, it was a little touch and go, especially right in the beginning of last week. So some of the things that I had with me that I would do differently, and like I said, I will make another video about this, but even though high winds are not a great place for an umbrella to be, I can say that having an umbrella was extremely helpful just because of the quantity of rain. And I always travel with an umbrella. It's always kind of in my bag so that I make sure that I take it with me no matter what. There've been plenty of times where I don't use it, but when you do need it, you do need it. So I did not take a raincoat. And after this experience, of course, you're not always going to have a hurricane, but I think it would be worth the effort to search out a packable rain jacket that would be possible to take with me, that wouldn't take up a lot of room, but would still provide quite a bit of protection during the summer months, especially on, the East Coast and in the Southeast where I happen to be. So that's a definite, because I relied on a Chico's jacket that had a coating that was kind of water resistant, but not in tropical storm weather. I was absolutely drenched to my undergarments for a couple of days, because you'd go out and trying to get in the building in the morning and helping people and carrying things inside. It was soaking rain, and it was so humid that things did not dry quickly, even on your body, because of the humidity being so high. I was in wet clothes or damp clothes most of the day. So yeah, we survived. We really did. It was a great conference. I was really glad that I had all of the right things with me. I think because I have such a great packing muscle and just kind of thinking where I'm not taking too many things or I'm not packing my fears, but then I'm just kind of being logical about the way that I'm packing and what I'm bringing with me. It turned out really, really great. I do carry a first aid kit in my car, and since I was driving, we actually used that first aid kit for the conference, and I actually had to dip into it multiple times because I kept slipping or, stubbing my toe or cutting myself. Overall, the trip was really great. My capsule wardrobe worked very well. And the only hiccup I had was that I had failure with a pair of shoes. And it was a pair of kind of stacked heel, wedge heel sandals. They were Ralph Lauren. They were 100% leather, so no junk, no PVA with, no pleather or anything like that. But unfortunately, because I was sometimes in kind of standing water, like maybe a couple inches deep, that particular day that I wore them, by the end of the day, just the friction of my foot being in the sandal and just kind of slight moving, and they had been soaked through, it actually caused the lining in the sandal to start rubbing off and peeling off. And I've had this happen before. If you're taking a label, the like little circular size label that is in the sometimes in the back of your heel when you buy a new pair of shoes. I actually have had that happen with an expensive pair of shoes where I'm peeling the label off and it brings the lining off with it. That's basically what happened with this pair of shoes, but I ended up throwing them away because I knew good and well that my cobbler, I knew that he wasn't going to be able to repair those for me. So that was a loss. And unfortunately, they were my nicer shoes that I'd planned to wear with a cocktail dress. So I didn't totally feel as good about myself when I wore the cocktail dress because I had to kind of drop back and punt and wear a more casual pair of shoes with it. But it is what it is. And I don't think anybody was looking at my shoes. It just actually kind of makes you think, not that I could have been prepared for a hurricane. I guess I could have taken a pair of muck boots with me or rain boots. But again, I wasn't thinking that the hurricane would actually turn into a serious hurricane and then a tropical storm and materialize where we happen to be holding our conference. What are the chances? But thinking that through next time, it probably would behoove me to, if I'm in a tropical storm / hurricane area, it would behoove me to bring a pair of waterproof shoes next time. Otherwise, everything else turned out great. So I'm doing laundry and we'll put my capsule wardrobe together so I can show you. I didn't really take very many pictures because it was a whirlwind of a week, 12-hour days, 14-hour days. It was a little crazy, but super fun. So I'll put that wardrobe together and I'll try to gather some pictures of myself because, again, I wasn't really thinking. I think I have like 5 pictures maybe of my outfits, but so you can kind of get a feel for the capsule wardrobe. But like I said, it was not 28 pieces. Initially it was. And I think that's one really great tip that I have for creating a capsule wardrobe. It is to really lay out everything. Look at it all. Try it all on. And then you can kind of cull pieces and make decisions. And I find for a large trip, especially when I'm really having to pare down, if I really start with kind of large scale, it makes it easier to kind of release things over, the days and weeks prior to the trip, really because I'm kind of sitting with it. I'm really thinking like, do I really need to take a 3rd jacket with me? So I'll just kind of marinate on that, and then usually the week of the trip, that's when I'm really able to kind of make strong decisions about, no, I'm only going to take 2 jackets with me and I don't need a second pair of whatever. And then it enables me to be able to make wiser decisions. And then I feel very logical about it. I'm not, just throwing stuff in a backpack or a piece of luggage. I'm also really creating a way to logically go through the packing process. So I'm not feeling deprived. I'm feeling like I have everything I want or I need. And I'm not going total minimalism where I'm only taking 2 outfits with me to last a month, but by the same token, I'm also not taking 28 items with me and trying to carry all that around with me. So yeah, this capsule wardrobe did work well, especially going to a meeting where you are, and I was in setup mode as well. So I had to take kind of work clothes, meeting clothes, or daily clothes. And then I had a couple of nice outfits for evening stuff. So there were multiple types of outfits that I had to have. And then given the humidity, things wouldn't dry. I did wash out a pair of socks and underwear in my room. And after 4 days, the socks still had not dried. So I dried them with a hairdryer. But if that tells you anything, very, very high humidity. So this is just a quick video to kind of update you. And I hope this is helpful. And then you kind of have an idea of what's coming up next. So I hope to be able to share that packing and capsule wardrobe video with you very, very soon. And thanks so much for being here. I would really love it if you would click that subscribe button below and like this video if you have found value in what I'm creating. It just enables YouTube to continue to share my videos and what I'm producing with others like you that enjoy this material. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Stay tuned. There's a whole lot more. Bye for now.